just woke up like about 45 minutes ago, and I just did some rounds of posing. Today's a high day, so I'm gonna film you the full day of eating of a high day. We are currently 12 days out. Last video was 13 days out. 3 weeks out, sorry. Last video was 3 weeks out, and we are currently 12 days out. This is the last high day of the normal diet before we start, digging really deep. So I will be talking to you guys more about the plan moving forward and what we are going to be doing. This video is going to be much longer than the previous one. But the thing is, I feel like I want to be very realistic about everything and just leave it the way it is. I don't want to do all the fancy edits and stuff. I just want to show you guys everything, make it feel like, we're together. I'm sorry about that. The window is open. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna get dressed because I'm cold, and we're gonna do the first meal, and I'm gonna show you the first meal. And after that, I have to attend a meeting with one of my lecturers at college because I'm helping her over the summer to do a research project. To whoever who doesn't know, I'm a physiotherapy student, full-time physiotherapy student. So I will be talking more as well on this channel on how to manage your time, and obviously bodybuilding is expensive, so I will be talking also later in later videos about like bodybuilding on a budget, and like if you want to do something, you can do it. You just have to put your brain to it, and just yeah, I will get into details about that, but for now I have to get dressed and make my first meal because I have to attend the meeting in the next less than an hour. So I'll see you then. Okay, everyone, so while we just wait for the meal in the microwave, I'm here sipping on this tea. So this morning I woke up at 90.7 kg, which is just like under, I think, I'm not sure how many pounds that is. My brain is not working properly right now. Just to give you an idea, I competed at the age of 19, which was 2 years ago in 2022, and I weighed 87 kilo on stage. So right now I am about 3.7 kilos heavier, which is around 7.5 pounds heavier than my last show. So I'm very proud of what I did. I did it natural. My last show was a drug tested federation, the WMBF, and I won the heavyweights. Right now, 21 years old, I'm doing the Muscle Contest Ireland, an NPC show, and this show means a lot to me. There's a lot of pressure on me from various different things that's going on in my life at the moment. I still don't know if I'm gonna share everything, but there's a lot of pressure on me. That's how I feel, at least. And I am very proud of the improvements I made, and I know that stepping on stage in 12 days, I will have the best look of Boda that Boda has ever brought. Um, my coach is proud of me, Vinny Crane. Check him out. I'll put his Instagram in the description. If you're looking for a coach, highly recommend the guy. Very educated, very knowledgeable. He's an IFBB pro, top tier guy, finishes top 3, top 4 in all the pro shows that he's done. And yeah, I just, I just, okay, so now I'm gonna show you the meal that it's out of the microwave. Okay, everyone, so right here we have 240 grams of rice, cooked weight. I have 30 grams of spinach, 30 grams of rocket leaves, 50 grams of mushrooms, and 50 grams of beetroots, and 200 grams of minced beef. Now, on the high days, the protein comes down a little bit because we have the carbs. So instead of 250 grams of beef on my low days, I will have 200. Um, and yeah, that's the first meal that I'm gonna be having. And I will gotta eat this quickly and go to my meeting, so I can't chat for too long. But after the meeting, I will take you through the day and we will chat more. Um, yeah, I'll see you after that on the next meal. Okay, everyone, so it's currently 11:30 in the morning. So far, everything is going great. You saw my first meal. We woke up at 7:30, did 4 rounds of posing, sent my check-ins to my coach. He's very happy with the current look. My weight hasn't really moved the past 3 weeks. I hit my lowest weight 3 weeks ago, which was 90.3. This morning is 90.7, but it's very, very completely different. It's a completely different look than 3 weeks ago. I'm drier, I'm harder. Um, like I mentioned, I'm very proud of the 2 years of hard work I put into this. Um, so just to give you an update of how things are going to move forward the next 12 days. Today is my last normal high day. Then after that, I will have 5 low days in a row. So my schedule has been 4 low days, 1 high day, 4 low days, 1 high day, basically throughout the majority of prep. This is my last normal high day, and then we're gonna have 5 low days. Um, the 5 low days are gonna be followed up by one really, really high day that's higher than usual. I'll be filming that. And then from there, we're going to start peak week at 6 days out. Um, with peak week, the protocol that my coach wants us to do that has worked for me 2 years ago as well is that we do 3 0 carb days, where we, you know, just do like 0 carb days, and then we follow them by 2 high carb loading days, and then we pull back on the carbs on the last day, to just under maintenance, or maybe even substitute all the carbs with fats. just to maintain the fullness and get rid of some excess water. And I should be ready by then. Now, this can change. We are still 12 days out, and there's a lot that can happen in 12 days. But I will be filming everything throughout this journey. So you can see what I'm eating and what I'm doing. Now, currently, I'm drinking 6 liters of water. So I'm being very consistent with that. I've been consistent with 6 liters for the past 8 weeks, I think. That's when I started like kind of keeping close track to my fluids. And I'm drinking an extra liter in the shape of like, coffee, tea, diet soda, all that good stuff that helps you push through the dieting. So 7 liters of fluid, give or take. Now, I one thing I've changed throughout this prep that I didn't do in my last prep is I started weighing out the water that I add to my um, cream of rice or oats, and basically I've been adding 4 grams of water for every 1 gram of oats or cream of rice. Now, this will help me be very, very consistent with the amount of water I'm using in my carb up, because, if you're not being consistent with that, things might go wrong. And it's been really helpful for me to add that little extra detail to help me feel confidently better. A lot of the things we do as bodybuilders might not matter as much. So, for example, the amount of water you add to your cream of rice or oats won't really affect anything. Maybe it might have in some individuals, not myself, but in some individuals, it might have a small or even a little bit of a bigger impact on your digestion, because the amount of water that you intake with a meal can affect your acidity in your stomach, which will affect your digestion. But I don't really get that, so it doesn't really matter for me. However, just for my peace of mind and the mind games that you get while prepping and stuff, I just wanted to leave no stone turned. And as I said, this show specifically, there's a lot of pressure on me, a lot of things going on in my personal life, and I really, really want to make sure that I don't come off stage thinking to myself, there could have been something I could have done and I didn't do it. And from there, the plan basically is to slowly pull back on training, um, leading into the show as well, and the cardio. My last cardio session is going to be the 25th. Now, with that being said, I'm not gonna completely stop cardio, so I'm not gonna just sit at home. What's gonna happen is I'm helping, as I mentioned, I'm helping one of my professors at college with her research project. So I'm on my feet that week for a couple of hours in the hospital and at college. And what I also plan on doing is I plan on um, currently I'm doing 60 minutes on the Stairmaster. I plan on maybe doing 10 to 15 minutes on the treadmill at like speed 3. 10 to 15 minutes if I think I do need it towards the end of the day on my carb up days to get the digestion going, to keep the appetite going, and make sure I don't, get indigestion or anything like that. Um, the last couple of sessions, I'll be filming them. Training sessions, I'll be filming them as well. They're going to be, I'm gonna do a push-pull legs because I have 3 zero carb days before my carb up, and I want to show you how I do push-pull legs. to really empty my glycogen stores. And I'm also gonna get into why I chose the order that I'm gonna do them. So I will be starting off with legs as my first zero carb session, and then I'm gonna do my push, and then I'm gonna do my pull. The reason for that is on my first zero carb day, I know I'm gonna go into two more zero carb days. And my weakest, or the body part that I worked really hard to bring up the most and that gets flat really quickly, is my back and my arms. So I want to keep that session towards the last day so that the following day I can start carving up quickly. With my legs, which is my best body part, I know I'm gonna be walking on my feet at the hospital, and I will be also doing cardio for 3 days of zero carb, and I don't have any issues with that. My legs, they're just genetically gifted. Um, I tried to, pull back on their training in the off season, and they seem to have responded to that even. Um, but yeah, this is roughly the plan so far to what's gonna happen, and we're gonna take it from there. So right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep working on my research project there for maybe another 30 minutes or an hour, and then we're gonna have the second meal, and from there we're gonna go and train. I might not film the training session today because the video is gonna end up being too long. I've been talking for about 10 minutes right now, and that just like we're still one meal in, so I will keep working on that project, and I will film again when it's time for my pre-workout meal. Okay, everyone, so this is the second meal, pre-workout meal. I have 80 grams of cream of rice, a scoop of whey isolate, chocolate flavor, and I added 2 grams of salt in here, and I added also some instant coffee for an extra kick of flavor, and I have 100 grams of frozen strawberries and berries. So I'm gonna eat this and then go to the gym. Okay, so here we have meal 3, post-workout meal. It's 240 grams of rice, cooked weight. I have 50 grams of mushrooms, and I was a little bit short on rocket leaves and spinach, so I had 30 grams of both combined. So I was like about 30 or 40 grams short of leaves, so I just added an extra amount of beetroots. Usually I would have 50 grams of beetroots, I just had 100 grams of beetroots. And yeah, that's the post-workout meal. So I will eat this and I will see you at meal 4. Okay, so this is meal number 4. It's the same as the pre-workout meal. So I have 80 grams of cream of rice, 100 grams of berries, mixed berries and strawberries frozen, and a scoop of whey isolate, and I added some instant coffee. You can see it there, um, just for an extra kick of flavor. And then I will show you my last meal before we wrap up the day. Okay, guys, so the last meal of the day, I'm gonna eat this and go to bed. This is 120 grams of cream of rice and 1 banana and 1.5 scoops of whey isolate. So a little bit more carbs in this meal. Um, no coffee, just the meal. So that would be it. So everyone, this is the full day of eating of a high day. I'm very tired. I have a long day tomorrow. So I'm gonna eat this meal and go to bed. And the next time I film, I will be filming the beginning of the peak week, starting with the washout days. I'll film every day, and then I will film the carb loading. I'll film the show. Everything is gonna be hopefully great, and everything is gonna click. I will be also showing you how to do your own tan because I'm gonna do my own tan. And there's a lot coming up, so make sure you subscribe, and if you like the video, like it. Let me know what you would like to see more of, and I will see you in the next one.